South Africa was still recovering from the Rosemary Ndlovu saga when another alleged insurance killer emerged in the northwest. 50-year-old Agnes Setshwantsho allegedly preyed on her loved ones, including her own son, to cash in on insurance payouts. She was arrested in a sting operation in November 2023 and will now have her day in court when her trial resumes on Monday. In this piece, Newsroom Africa's Linda takes us back to Setshwantsho's alleged reign of terror.
Serial killer Rosemary Ndlovu has been the face of insurance killings in recent times. But if the state's claims are anything to go by, her case was just the tip of the iceberg of cases involving family members murdering for insurance payouts. Exactly 2 years after Ndlovu was handed 6 life terms, the name of Agnes Setshwantsho was thrust into the spotlight. A Northwest woman with an alleged knack for poisoning her loved ones for insurance payouts. She's the aunt of Bonolo Mudiseimang, whom she allegedly visited in August 2022 and requested for a copy of her ID to assist with employment. This allegedly happened in the presence of her husband, Tebogo. In the same month, Setshwantsho was on a trip when she allegedly made a stop to buy a sandwich.
O sontse re ise mo gae yang ke ra mpuse mo gae ha re tsena go gae re tsene ka bo 1 am Sunday ha re tsena ka 1 o bua gore o batla go isa sandwich go go Bonolo. Mama ka mo bolela gore e le gore wa o isa sandwich na go because Bonolo go betse ke mo aka tsamayang ka yone sandwich yo the next day.
Bonolo is said to have eaten the sandwich and started feeling unwell later that day.
Sandwich. It was a card in nightly seats. Get weekly stealing arena go no rubies. If you get a walk, I get choker, get a calamo, give Copa to some Mamma Hisan, then the Marisan Atla. I darre mess in Lona Quali, Alabana Shul, and then about Copa meats, Remes and Remas and Arasnao no some meats, and then Kagars was
She was allegedly rushed to the Bophelong hospital in the presence of her parents, but Setshwantsho allegedly advised them to take her to a private doctor. Upon arrival, everyone was allegedly asked to leave the consulting room, but Setshwantsho allegedly remained, prompting a confrontation with Bonolo's husband. Bonolo was declared dead and the cause of death noted as natural causes. Days later, her husband would find out from an insurance company about a life policy that he had no knowledge of.
After investigation, I discovered that the accused insured the deceased 3 million. When she took out the policy, she impersonated the deceased. The beneficiary of that insurance was the accused before this court, whereas the accused has got the deceased has got the husband, has got the child, has got the parents.
Her body was exhumed in October that year for a postmortem, which revealed suspected poisoning as the cause of death. Investigators believe another medical practitioner colluded with Setshwantsho in declaring the cause of death as natural, thus defeating the ends of justice. After Bonolo's burial, Boikutso found out that she too unknowingly had a brush with death. She was one of the over 40 relatives allegedly insured by Setshwantsho. 2 million rand was allegedly the price on her head, and the same modus operandi was used.
Ha atla a re ngwana go butwa ke go batletse mmereko tsa di-document tsa gago o go di certify ko police station o buisa di-CV tsa gago ko Pep Home ko toropong a ba mfa tšhelete ya go palama before o mpolelela gore ha ke dropa di-CV tseo ke di drope mo mothong o so ke di drope mo go ana ga ke tsana o so mo a mo describe o so teng ha ke tsa go di dropa ke mo foune ke so ke mo founele so unfortunately ke a palama ke go certify ya dilo be ke palama ke ya toropong ko Pep Home ke isa ke go dropa di-CV e rile ke fetsa go dropa CV ka ke mo founele ke mo bolela gore rakgadi ke setse ke dropile ke fetsa go dropa di-CV e be ke a gae.
Bonolo's suspicious death comes amid a long standoff between Setshwantsho and her in-laws. Disaning village is a rural area quietly nestled in Mafikeng in the northwest. This is the home village of the Setshwantshos, the family that Agnes married into. Her husband, Justice Ditebu Setshwantsho, died in 2015 under what the family believes are suspicious circumstances. Justice was a police officer with 21 years' experience in the SAPS and lived with Agnes in Klerksdorp at the time of his death.
She refused to and by that time I couldn't clue at that local. Kauru on a vita and Tatoma Mumutimo, but on nothing would stop. I'm Mitamara at Locha Justice and the total justice Murabalau, Murabet, Arubetiala, Arenababo, of which he is lying land. I get a religion motoka hitting to go to Kaito. We wait up until he shade. Lono at Sakasun Mutu, a Fulusio Murabet, Abe Mufate, but missing. So that the Tabara no Nats Amaya. About commit a Cameroon. So some say exactly what happened.
Itireleng cuts a lonely figure as he describes the event that happened after his brother's death. He says they initially did not believe that Justice had died because Agnes would at times randomly call their mother to inform her that Justice had either disappeared or was sick, which would later turn out to be untrue.
The speculations is but was suspect of higher and go sharing higher at so we moshar, which is given a hach. Kawaki when I want that bow, Ban Bali Bamumuti, Bamuchuka Vena, Musical Mosharing, Wound by Musical Mosharing what day. So I had clouds like a hashia.
He says Agnes accused the mortuary employees of having inflicted injuries on her husband's body.
Our man about to Mosha Barar, Bahobatimon no ha. The Mishman of Mosha Barna, Mututli and Zelayan, one of the injury Mohene. So, a Nabagor, Kiba Mosha Mututli and Zelayan, of which something serious has Kohuti. Huitima Huiti, Sohomutialis, I want to put man what to take the blame, I is a coba to Bakumoshere, but when in Bahan, but Mzen and Natlazo, Onekaramotuana. Or something like a tarot and a perile ready. So air kidi light a commotion by Bahana.
Nearly 10 years after Justice's death, the family is still in the dark about what happened to him. What has lost it is the feud between the family and Agnes. Itireleng says there's always been tension between the family, which started when his brother married Agnes in secret and was isolated from them thereafter. Justice's death exacerbated tensions between them, and those tensions reached fever pitch when her son approached a television show that provides mediation between troubled in-laws on the Moja Love channel.
Ke
ke nyetswe ke Ditebo Setshwantsho he a nyala batho ba kwa bana isang bang accepte
mma le re biditse kwano a kere matsapa di a tsaya kae
re lo biditse tota mme lo biditswe ke kutlo
ku
re kgadi go re ke bolele o butegang
ngwana o wa nene le motho o simolola nne
o sa mpitsa mme o ke shelo leina go gae ke bidiwa segomotsi nna go gae ga re dire charity ya magadi.
South Africans watched on their television screens as a confident Setshwantsho pleaded the case on behalf of her son.
Kutlo gore a heletse a kwalela mamazala go na le incident e diragetseng between ene le cousin ya gagwe ngwana o ga ke lepile wa Facebook o eleng mo feng a be a textela Kutlo a bolela Kutlo gore o rata Kutlo ke be ke ya teng ba le teng ke ya go o mama teng ke re ke ya go bua le mama teng gore a kgaleme ya ka nkgono ke rakgadi ga Kutlo ke dipile a Irene Setshwantsho a tla a nruga be ke mara ke re ga ke atla mo go ena ke tle mo go mama gago but ka gore ke ga wa nthoga e bile o mpolelela ha ke sena ga ka wena o na le go gagago o lucky.
In the explanation, she also drops the cause of death.
E bile o mpolelela gore ke o boleile o buto gago o buto gago se ke se ratang ke gore denominations DDBI the notification of death di kwetse gore cause of death ke epilepsy so anna ke epilepsy.
She also told the host of the show about what the family allegedly claimed was the motive.
ba re mmolaetseng
ba re ke mmolaetse tšhelete le one tšhelete mbaeng ba ke isa mare ba sang confront ba bua go dithoko mo e leng gore le tšhelete ya GPF go ne go tlisiwa bana close to 8
bana ba mang
ba re ke bana ba ga Ditebo.
In a robust back and forth, Justice's mother denied ever making claims that Segomotsi killed her son, but that did not stop her from throwing a jab.
Ngwana ga go tinkilepile o ke tlhalosang gore a re ke bolele o butwa gagwe o shoshe ke banna ba bedi o mo go wa boraro so ha a re pelo ga go e botlhoko ka Ditebo bommagwe banna ba ba ga kelepile bone dipelo tsa bone ga di botlhoko ka bana ba bone.
She pleaded innocence.
She's still crying for his son. Of course she's got that right go lelela ngwana gago mare ga se nna mmolai. I don't know. The cause of the death is epilepsy.
Bona go gae o sa le sentle mokgatlho ga manana ba utwele rra la go ne go le thata go paulo uitwele.
In March last year, Justice's body was exhumed as part of ongoing investigations following Setshwantsho's arrest in November 2023.
No sna re ka reng the exhibition must take place because and on the other hand tshwantse re amogele gore exhibition tse ka roka gore re batla go itse nnete ya kere then re batla di result di tswe at the end of the day be rena re tsore nnete fo kae a botse tlhokofetse jang.
Disaning village is still under traditional authority, and this exhumation was a novelty that sent shockwaves throughout the community, but was also a test for its traditional leader.
And I also consulted with the village elders, prophets, traditional doctors, and elderly people in the village. And all of them came to the conclusion that this exhumation has never happened, or it has never occurred in our village. It was for the very first time. And we asked for guidance. They gave us the guidance because in a rural community, when things happen, whether good or bad, the leader will always be questioned. So we did our best that we don't transgress anything.
The family cling on to the results of the postmortem for hope that they will finally get to know the truth and perhaps get justice. Setshwantsho is not charged for Justice's murder, but she is for her son, Kutlo. This is the son she had gone to a television show with to complain about her in-laws. He died in July 2023 in what the post-mortem report says is suspected poisoning. She allegedly put in a claim, but little did she know that the renowned surgeon Keshi Mabunda was hot on her heels and used this claim as part of the sting operation to nab her.
She was supposed to benefit about 6 million from Momentum Insurance Company. After hearing the news that she has to stand for the money, Your Worship, she went to Centurion. The appointment was 9 o'clock. She eventually arrived around between 9:30 to 10, Your Worship. I was with my colleagues. There was a female police officer there. I approached the accused before this court of Your Worship in position of a J50. I have introduced myself to the accused, Sergeant Keshi Mabunda, informed her the reason of me to be there, showed him my appointment certificate, informed him of his notice of rights. Due to the language barrier, Worship, I was with Sergeant Rahanya, who was fluent in Tswana, so I instructed her to read the notice of rights in front of me.
She was arrested in November 2023 and charged with 2 counts of murder, fraud, and defeating the ends of justice. On Monday, she steps into the dock for the beginning of her trial in what the family hopes will be the final nail in her coffin. For Newsroom Africa on Channel 405, I'm Linda Mnisi in the Northwest.